Hi, my name's Peter, and for the South Australian Unleashed and National GovHack competition, I've created an application that I call the Automatic Infographic Generator. So the issue is that there's a huge amount of data, and until analysed, it's not known what useful information can be found in the data. If we have a look at a raw CSV file, and this is an example of one, we want to have a look at this and we want to bring information out of this and find out new ideas and get new knowledge from this information. So if we have a look at it as a human, we can have a look and we can find various things. So we can find that we've got a state column here, and this seems to be a category. For example, we've got a number here, so this is a summable field. We've got some yes or no fields here, and we've got a whole bunch of other columns. My application reads this, and it automatically goes through and finds out that this is a category, and it automatically reads and notices that this is a description. It notices that these are numbers, and notices that these are yes and no fields, and notices that these are headings, as well as some other field properties that are also values and finds. So what I should point out is it doesn't just find out that this is a number, it finds out if that's a summable, so if it can sum that up or not. So if it's a postcode, obviously it doesn't make sense to sum that up, similar fax number and all that sort of stuff. So it looks at the column headings and the types of data in there. And if we go to the category field, we'll see that it determines that this is a category, and it also treats this differently. So my app knows the difference between text, which is a description, and text, which is a category. So if we have a look at what it does with that data, in this example here, we've got input data. So this is an input table here, and it automatically has read this date heading and automatically generated this pie chart. So this pie chart, along with the labels and the numbers, has been generated automatically. This is different to how other apps actually work. Usually you have to select the columns and then it does all that sort of stuff for you. But this is completely automatic. So if we have a look at another example, what it's done is it's had a look at two columns. So this is the app which I've written. It has a look at the hospital name just over here and looks at the number of available beds. And what it automatically does is generate infograms, which are small infographics, based off that information. So in here it's done a top 10 by available beds by hospital and automatically generated that. This is another example where it's also summed it up in a different visualization where it's done that as a total. The facts are my application detected these fields automatically. So a human would need to specify all those sort of columns, but that's not done in this. It automatically generates that and it saves so much time. So I haven't seen any other app quite like it. The data can be uploaded live, and then you can have the data fed directly. So if we have a look at other visualizations which I also wrote into this application, it's also able to look at a date, and from a date it will automatically work out if it should render it by day of week, so it calculates that. It also does it by year. And also for description columns and that sort of stuff, it also generates it into a cloud which has all that information in there. So here are some examples that you can see, and it's quite flexible. So these are all different infographics going down for different data sets. I just put them into the one page just to show you all very quickly. So we have a look in here, we've got ICT contracts, and you can see all the information on that. We've got Australian hospital statistics. The data is really flexible and the application really picks up that data automatically. We've got memory of a nation, adoption information, liquor licenses, dog registration, fire brigade incidents, liquor applications, trees, fees and charges, and a whole bunch of other data inside there. So this is really good because it automatically analyzes all this data, and with that information you can make better decisions with clear facts. You can discover things you never knew, and you can make discoveries in data before any other human possibly can. So you can imagine that that is quite useful and has huge benefits for government and enterprise as well as business to actually find out information. So here you can see a working demo, and it's currently available online. You can upload a CSV file, automatically find the relevant columns in that CSV file, and then generate it.